Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of HRD 631, The Adult Learner. I hope you're doing well today. And for wherever you are in the state, maybe you're in the western part or the northern part of the state that's supposed to get up to 16 inches of snow. I feel for you. I am not immediately on the coast, but I'm hoping I'm within that window where we get less than 6 inches of snow. So for those that love snow, have at it. For those of us that are ready for spring, which is including me, I was enjoying the bare ground outside of my property or outside on our front lawn. I guess the best we can do is grin and bear it, and it will melt, and the flowers will come up before we know it. So I hope you're warm, safe, and just looking to do schoolwork this week. So let me get right to our materials at hand. We are now in week number 10. And just to give you an overview, and I'll give you the specifics coming up about week 10, but we're entering really the final phase of the class. We have weeks 11, 12, 13, and 14 are our exploration project presentations that we're going to be having in the class. And I'll get into more detail on that. So really, the content coming from me ends this week. Now, we have loads of other content coming from other people in the class, which you will find out. I know the topics that are coming. I know the subjects. Man, we're all in for a treat this semester. So let me get right to the materials. This week, we're going to be looking at learning styles. Learning styles is one of my absolute favorite topics. I think it explains a tremendous amount when it comes to adult learners. And for those that have heard my story, I don't have to go into a lot of detail on it, but learning styles provides a basis for my doctoral work, including my dissertation, and also kind of how I learn or how I teach or how I taught skiing to adults and children. So it's a fascinating subject. I will say, and one thing that I didn't talk about probably 12, 13 years ago when I first started talking or teaching this class, there's some controversy about learning styles. Learning styles are really, and the model that we look at is from David Kolb, and it has to do with kind of our own learning styles, but there's two dimensions to that, and one of them is how do we initially take in information, and then once that information is there, how do we process it? So without further ado, let's get right to the materials. I'd like you to read chapter 15, focusing in on these pages 431 to 437. For those that may still have the third edition, it's different pages. What I'd like you to do, complete the Kolb Learning Inventory, participate in the discussion, and then attend an optional Zoom meeting that we have coming up Tuesday, March 26th at 6:30. I'll have more information on this. Next week, a preview of next week, we have the Exploration Project presentations coming up. And the folks, we have a pretty full schedule. People have signed up for each one of the weeks, and I'll go back to the actual sign-up sheet. Assignments. We have the annotated bibliography and the learning organizer coming up. Now, a note on that. For those that have signed up to present next week, which is week number 11, I will have everybody's comments and your grade coming back to you by Tuesday of this week. That is being done to allow those that are presenting in week number 11, which is April 1st, which is the following Monday, plenty of time to finish your materials. Hopefully, if you signed up, you are already kind of working, developing on your materials. And I'm going to, my plan for grading all of the assignments is the first batch that I'm going to work on are those that are presenting in week number 11. The second batch are those 12, 13, and 14. So if you've signed up to present in the last week, you will be the last to receive your grade and comments coming back to you, because I'm trying to get this front loaded with the people that are presenting next week. Okay, so introduction to learning styles, and like I said, this is one of my favorite topics. A couple of things, I'd like you to read the chapters, and there's a brief overview. The overview is a little bit old, but the information is still applicable. Take a look at all the information. I have a PowerPoint for you on learning styles. Now, this is a little bit on the academic side, but it's from me, and it's, I think, very important information that you can skim through. Have also an excellent video on David Kolb learning styles. The 4 learning styles are all described in here, and to just give you an idea, this isn't, the screenshot doesn't have all of them, but in this quadrant we have a learning style of diverging learning style, which is a combination of feeling and watching. And this process, David Kolb's process, really is, to me, a circle. It can start with a concrete experience, and the concrete experience could be, gee, when I was skiing, I ran into a tree. Well, you start reflecting on that, and you come up with maybe some alternatives. And this whole process is really how the learning style process starts. It either starts with a concrete experience, you're reflecting on something, you're an abstract conceptualization, meaning you start thinking about possibilities, and then you actually will start coming up with new ideas on how you might do. So if you think about his style, we either start with the feeling, the watching, the abstract part of it, or the doing. I can tell you from my skiing days, the doers versus the watching, neither one is right or wrong, but these two groups used to present the greatest challenges for me as a ski instructor, a ski pro, as they used to talk to, as we described ourselves. Meaning, the doers, even if it was the first time on the hill, what they wanted to do was point their skis down and go. The watchers just wanted to kind of hold back and see how it was done. So please watch this video. It's a great one. And then what I'd like everybody to do is determine your own learning style. And I do apologize. This is paper version. The version that I used to use, they've taken it off the web. It used to be online. It used to be a simpler proposition for us to find out your own learning styles. But first thing you need to do is print this out. Either one, you can do. I'd like you to view your results, and here's where you can simply analyze your results, and then post your results to the discussion forums. Don't spend a lot of time on this, especially those that are presenting in week number 11. I'd rather you do what you need to with the discussion post the actual results, chime in on that during the week, but don't spend a lot of time. I'd rather you spend the time developing your materials. So the assignment that's due is this Sunday, which is tomorrow, and I have a video on the actual annotated bib and learning organizer. Couple exemplars, take a look at those. So, and then some information on the actual presentation facilitation. Now, I've mentioned this before, it is not a presentation. You are presenting to us in an asynchronous fashion, which is similar to what I do on a weekly basis. Now, one thing, we do have an optional Zoom meeting coming up on Tuesday, March 26th at 6:30 in the evening. Here's the link to that. This will primarily be on the exploration projects. And the projects, this will be, I'll walk everybody that attends through how do you load your materials, but I also have a video that I will send out specifically to those that are presenting next week. Now, just a word of not warning, but just a word of, I guess it is warning. When you present, your materials will be expected to be posted by Sunday night before your week. It's not a complicated process, and once again, the focus of the Zoom meeting will be to answer any questions on the exploration project presentation, and we can talk about other topics at that point, but it will be mostly to discuss the development of materials, your learning organizer in particular, and how to load materials. Okay, so here's the invite. Overview, PowerPoint, here's the information. Just click on that. It's basically a summary of what I already have gone through. The assignments, this is where you submit your annotated bib and learning organizer. Discussion forum, and that is really it for the week. So if you can, please attend the optional Zoom meeting on Tuesday at 6:30. If you can't, don't worry. I'm recording it, and we'll post the recorded version the following day. In the meantime, let me know if you need any help, you need any assistance. I am here, and I hope I can see you on Tuesday, but if not, that's fine. Okay, everybody, enjoy the snowy, sunny, well, I'm kidding there. Optimistically, right now it's not snowing that hard here in Topsom, and I would like to think that I can see a little shady sun, but really I can't. It's really my lamp in my eyes. So have a good week. We'll see you online, and maybe even I'll see you on Tuesday at 6:30. Bye, everybody.